Who are we as a company? What is the vision? The first thing I want to talk about is Glenn Sanford, our founder. The reason you really need to know the vision behind the company and who founded it, what kind of person he is, what was the dream that Glenn Sanford had, what was the vision he had. So when you think of eXp Realty, don't think of it as the traditional brokerage that you're in today. Look, I was extremely happy at my other brokerage, okay? I sold a lot of real estate in California. I've only sold real estate in California, and I had a very successful business. I never thought about moving. But when I heard Glenn Sanford's vision and I saw the model and I actually sat with him personally and he explained to me his vision, what he was going to do, I was blown away. You have a man that's extremely humble. You have someone who loves to create, loves to build, okay? It's very funny when I was talking to him, actually it was just last week, I said, look, Glenn, I'm going to do a presentation and I'm going to try to do it very professionally because there's so much information I want people to understand. Can you tell me about some of your biggest accomplishments so I can, talk about it, I mean, Glenn worked for AOL, he worked on Wall Street, but what was so interesting is he said, Nate, some of the most powerful things and things that I am most excited about that I did in my life was all the science projects I won when I was in high school. I was a dreamer, I was a creator, I have that in my blood. He also made a statement to me that just kind of shows his humility and who he is. He said, Nate, once you have enough income to be comfortable and a little cushion and to pay your bills, everything else in your life should be a contribution to others. Now, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not embellishing. This is who this man is. And when I met him and talked to him, I was so much a believer in what he was doing. So Glenn Sanford started, like I said, back, he was in Wall Street. He's done multiple companies. He's built multiple companies and sold those companies. But when Keller Williams Realty first started, Glenn was brought in to develop a lot of their technology. Glenn was one of the first people to ever sell an internet lead. So as he started Keller Williams and he was building that company and working hard, okay, when he worked there for years and years, and it came to 2009, Glenn saw that he wanted real estate agents to have a retirement. Now, if you're a real estate agent just like me, when you hear the word retirement, when you hear the word stock options, when you hear the word security, when you hear the word residual income, those should mean a lot to you. Because what do? We work so hard every day. It's kind of like we're on a hamster wheel. We sell, and we get paid for that, right? And we get paid for the job we do. But at the end of the day, we never take anything back. So when I break down what eXp Realty gives to you and why it's meant so much to me over the last 3 years, I have something to show for my last 3 years of work. I have a retirement. I have a health care plan. I have these things that mean so much that I can give to my kids. Generational wealth I can pass on to my family. And that's Glenn's vision, okay? One other thing you really need to know. When you think about eXp Realty and where it's going, the largest company ever in the history of the United States in real estate, or even the world, the largest company is Keller Williams when they had just under 200,000 agents. They had about 190,000 agents. The goal of eXp Realty is to be 1 million agents in 100 countries worldwide. Now think about this. The reason this is possible is the model, and that's what I'm going to explain to you today. So when all of you have heard about the explosive growth in eXp, why is that happening? Because eXp started when Glenn left Keller Williams back in 2009 and had the vision of eXp Realty. He had the vision of a cloud-based brokerage. He saw that the brick and mortar didn't need to be there anymore. The big office buildings, the lights, the cleaning services, we didn't need all of that. He felt that he could develop an online cloud-based brokerage where we could still sell our real estate and the agents would run the company as team leaders. So that was in 2009. But as you can see, the growth really started in 2017 leading up to 2018. In May of 2018, eXp Realty went public on the NASDAQ as a publicly traded tech company. That is huge, okay? Here's what you need to remember. When you think of eXp, do not think of them in the traditional manner. Don't think of the brick and mortar franchise companies that we all worked at or that you work at today. Think of it as Apple, Amazon, think of Netflix, lift these types of companies, okay? These are the types of companies that eXp is going to be compared to because we are one brokerage under one umbrella called eXp World Holdings, which I will explain later. That's what eXp is. So you have to expand your mind. Can you imagine 1 million agents in 100 countries in the next 10 years? That's the goal, and that's where we're going. We are just getting started. But you see the growth really started in May of 2018 when we became public. Now we're publicly traded. When I came in 2.5 years ago, it was about $8 a share. It shot up in the last 2.5 years to $167 a share, and then the stock has already split. And that's only today we have 46,000 agents. So when I started, there were about 12,000 agents 27, 28 months ago, and we've expanded to 46,000 agents in 10 countries across the world. And we're continuing to open countries day in and day out under one umbrella, one brokerage, no franchise model. So what are some of the core values of eXp? What does Glenn see? What does the CEO see? What does the staff push? What do we believe as shareholders and owners in the company? As you can see, there are many great core values in this company. But I'll tell you a few things that really surprised me and what happened when I came into eXp that's kept me going and given me so much energy, and I'm so excited to come to work every day. It's community and fun. We literally have so much fun. And why is that? Why is it different? It's because we're not confined. So when on a day-to-day basis, I talk to people and, I'm in Los Angeles, California. I talk to agents that I work with in Portland. I talk to agents I work with in Washington State, Texas, Florida, New Jersey, New York. I have these friends all across the country because now we're all doing business, okay? Because we are not confined to that small, tight franchise model. It's open and it's absolutely amazing. So that's a couple of things that's really meant a lot to me. It's totally improved my personal life and made me a much happier person, which in turn helps me do a lot better at my sales and doing my business, okay? Another great thing about the company is the agents truly have a voice. Just for an example, I brought an idea to Glenn about 3 years ago. We now call it the Express Offers program. I had an idea how we could bring on large fix and flip companies into eXp and use them as, let's say, an instant offer. We call it an express offer program. Glenn listened to that idea and, of course, had some opinions on it himself. We worked together, and over the last year and a half, almost 2 years, now we have over 20-some people on the training staff, and that program is mega successful. Okay, so you truly have a voice in this company. If you have an idea, if you want to develop something, if you're a creative person, you have the absolute ability to get hold of the people that you need to, and we'll all work together to develop that and see how we can take it. So it's a great thing to have a voice in the company.